Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages for you. There's going to be some good ones. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I remember. Don't worry. How could I ever forget it's the first time, the last time we ever met. Blueprint. Okay, this blueprint. We all have our blueprint, our own program that we took with us to this life on earth to become fully balanced. We will have to return to our most basic program so we can follow the right path starting from scratch. The energy of blueprint helps you clean your programs and delete anything that no longer suits you and serves you no purpose anymore. So I feel like this is something that's happening right now energetically, with like ascension symptoms and the solar flares and genetic upgrades and DNA activations. It's like a blasting away of all the old. So there may be a lot of things coming up that need to be purged, that need to be felt, that need to be released. Okay, so allow the things to come up, look at them, examine them, recognize them, send them love, send them whatever you need to send them in order to be free of them. Okay, sometimes it's just acknowledgement, sometimes it is embracing with love, sometimes it's a burn, purge, release, and sometimes it's just drop it off at the bin and walk away. Okay. So we've got Berkano, which speaks of birthing new things. I think it's a year cycle in review, too. Let's see. In the springtime, fertile and fecund Mama Hare brings forth an abundance of new life. She is the great mother and fiercely protective. The timeless cycles of earth flow through her, generation after generation. Berkano holds within it the mature female wisdom of our mothers and our grandmothers. Berkano speaks of female fertility and also of the safety and shielded sanctuary of the womb. When this rune appears in a reading, there may be a birth of a child, an idea, or even a new goal. Birth, sanctuary, fertility, life changes, and secrets. Okay, and I feel like this is why those old programs are being released. It's meant to serve as a preparation. I'm being shown monthly cycles if you're a woman, right? And you shed the old womb, and your body goes through the process of preparation in order to create the portal for new life to come through, right? There's like you need to shed the old to release in order to allow the new to be created. So I would not be surprised if we came across death, the death card, because that's the shedding of the old, right? That's the removal of the old apps and programs. That's the preparation stage to allow the space for the new to be born. You can't grow new things in an environment full of old things. And it's just a very necessary part of the process. Release, shed, allow, right? The time for release and preparation for the new. Okay, let's see what is coming up for us in the readings today. I'm just gonna throw some of these down and see what happens for us. Okay. Okay, we've got some balancing. Okay, we're talking about being in this emotional availability mode. You're going with the flow. You've got your cup. You recognize the beauty of its contents, which is you, what you have to share inside of you. Okay, and this is a celebration. This is celebrating self, celebrating each other, being celebrated. This is all of the good things, all the cups coming together, being gorgeous. Okay. You know, I had my suspicions. Yesterday's reading, there was a King of Pentacles that I accidentally called the Emperor. And it was funny this morning, or at some point after that, I was like, huh, that was interesting that the King of Pentacles was the Emperor. So this is the King of Pentacles who's the Emperor. So this is like a master of the material realm. This is sturdy, stable, solid, um, long-lasting, slow but powerful kind of action. Okay. I always get oak tree for the King of Pentacles, right? It takes time for the oak to become mighty. And because this Emperor is here, I feel like a mighty oak has arrived. Okay. So that's beautiful. That's a beautiful balance between being grounded, centered, earth bound, and in this flow emotional state, right? It's like the water is what um, nourishes the growth of this oak, this flow, this emotive state. Emotive state? Yes. Okay, and then we have transformation. Here, the transformation process. This is transforming while being protected, having boundaries set, and this seeing through the eyes of your transformed self. Okay, and then we've got more cups. So this is how you affect those around you with your overflow, with your celebratory, with your light in your love, your heart. Okay, so that's a beautiful thing. And we have protection and a crossroads, like a decision, a choice. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, a magician and the people. And the people, okay? Because the sword is kind of coming right down here. And because it's a 5, so they're for or against you, depending. They want to celebrate with you or they want to interrupt the celebration. And this protection around that. So that's good. I mean, it's good to know that you don't really have to extend much energy into what other people are doing. It's kind of like being impenetrable from any unwanted penetrations. Okay. And the magician is an alchemist. Okay. And this emperor has this magician energy. I feel like, well, I don't know, maybe it's got something to do with these choices, but alchemists take one thing and turn it into something else and usually elevate and make it better. So this balancing, this crossroads could represent things coming in one way and you transforming it into something else, right? It's also like transmutation, right? You turning, like a lot of the times, musicians, artists, writers, they turn their pain into art, right? They transmute what they're feeling and they put it into creative pursuits. Wow. So there's strength in what you speak. Okay, this is the wish fish, the universe listening, and you whispering sweet nothings into your cup so that when it overflows, seeds plant and things grow. Okay, and that's how your manifestations come to you. And there's a strength. There is the strength of the lion, the sun. Traditionally, the strength card represents both the taming of the wild and the utilization of it, right? Balance, balance, balance of strength, which is beautiful. It's also giving me that with this 2 of Swords, 2 ways of handling things as well, right? And so this is kind of, I feel like, what you're mastering or have mastered or is en route to master, this being more mindful of your choice in how you receive, process, and respond to all things that come towards you. Okay, and then we have this release, which is the letting go of the old programs, right? Being able to see them and release them. So I'm just going to put that one over here because I feel like this is part of the thing. You receive a thing and you're like, I can keep it or I can get rid of it, or I can transmute it into something that's going to help me flow better, help me fill my cup, or is it something that needs to be um, recognized for what it is and let go of, right? Because some things are momentarily, some things pass through our experience just for us to take what we needed to and then move on. I think most things are like that. Okay, we got the 2 of Cups, which is beautiful. And the world. So the world can represent this, like the cyclical nature, things coming around, right? The world is always spinning. It's also like an opportunity to revisit something from the past. And 2 overflowing cups coming together. This is beautiful. Where does it go? I think there's definitely some 2 of Cups vibes going on in here. Whether this is you and another person or you and another person, or this is all you in a balanced state of internal union. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And this is your ability to take what comes at you and alchemize what you need to, choose what is best for you, taking all the things and letting go of all the rest. Okay. And this is what this is what makes you an emperor. First of all, is your ability to determine, discern, take action upon release, do whatever you need to do. And it allowing you to flow and be in this confident, open state, which is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful love. Okay. We've got the Empress shining bright. Okay, we've got the Emperor and the Empress coming out in this reading with the Two of Cups. So I really feel like you've reached a certain level of self mastery, which is gorgeous. Self mastery and balance. And this is what it's all about. And a recognition that it is a flow state, it is an ebb and flow, a weave in and out, a balance between the light and the shadow, the yin and the yang, right? And this is how we flow. And those who are able to recognize, harness, acknowledge, and be are the ones that are going to be the most successful spiritually, emotionally, energetically. Okay, so the Empress, she holds the vibration. Is she there or is she here? She could be here because the Empress draws in. She creates. She attracts. So opportunity, people, all of the things, ideas, creativity. She births newness as well. She's like an assimilator of all of the things. She's in this flow state of receiving. And, with her Emperor, the ability to not only recognize and receive or have the things flowing to her, but also the taking of the things that are going to fill the cup. So that's nice. That's nice. And there is a Knight of Cups en route. Ooh, is he bringing devils? Is he bringing doubts and fears? I don't know. I don't think so, because this could be something that he's leaving, he's running away from, he's exiting, he is moving away from, or trying to get away from, right? Because the Knight of Cups has this messenger cup. He's got something in the cup that he is bringing, and there's this passionate movement, and also it's a white horse. White represents purity, right? So what he's bringing is like love, messages, good tidings, okay? And passion in the pathway and on his cape there. So these doubts and fears, the devils, the adversaries, the things that come up against. Okay, so we don't know. We don't know. This could be all kinds of things, but I feel like this alchemy, this transmuting. So maybe this is here. Is it related to the things that you've released? Maybe. Messages for the world, right? Like turning the pain into something useful. What's this? The hermiting and the going within. Okay. So this going within, the masculine, feminine, moving towards the heart or away from the heart, depending on where they're at. This is the internal masculine and feminine. And the temple is your heart. Okay. And this healing of that, this balancing of that, this going within does take some hermiting of one kind or another, because that internal balance is a very personal thing to do. And there is a turning away from people here, which you would have to do, at least for a little bit, to quiet the energetic environment around you from everybody else and their stuff. Okay, and then becoming a transformed king who's very decisive and cutthroat, I guess, which you have to be. You have to be able to cut away all things that aren't serving you. And then the patience. It takes patience to grow into something stable and solid during your transformation. Right? To become an emperor, you have to go through all of the kings balanced with their queens. It's a whole thing. What's that? The Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's your balancing. This could be here. An elevation. Transformed and moving. Getting out there, shining bright, being seen, being confident. Wishing upon stars. Okay. I'll go through one more time on this deck here. And I'll see if anything else comes up as I check this, what we've got down already. There's definitely a lot of balancing, which is always a good thing. Abundance. Yeah. I mean, this is what you're birthing. An abundant state of being. And reconsider what abundance means for you, okay? Because it's going to mean something different for everybody. Right? Abundance can look like, you know, $1 million home with a yacht and a Bugatti. I don't know what a Bugatti is. I don't know how to be rich, I guess, in that way, anyways, with stuff. But also, abundance could be just being able to have whatever you want, do whatever you want, have food, have a roof over your head, a safe place to be, a garden. You know, you could be very abundant in a very simple life. And so don't, you know, that could be an old program too of what you think success or abundance is supposed to look like. Okay. And reevaluate that. And, you know, when you're also playing the rampage of appreciation game where you just start snowballing, rolling that snowball down the hill about all of the things you have to be grateful for and realize how abundant you actually are. You know, I just bought a whole bunch of cherries. So I have an abundance of cherries, right? Like just reassess what abundance means to you. You know, having people that you can call, friends that you can call. This is its own kind of abundance, right? Being solid and balanced in your own is its own kind of abundance, being confident and not needing others is its own kind of abundance, okay? So don't think just because you don't have dot 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 that you're not abundant, right? A lot of people, you know, they check the boxes of what being successful looks like by having a fancy watch and a fancy car and a fancy home, and that sounds stressful, right? There's like a level of upkeep that you need to maintain, like having a massive house to have to clean, and you're one person, you're spending all your time doing that. Or I guess you're hiring somebody, but now you have people coming in and out that, you know, maybe you don't know or want, or they're bringing their own stuff with them and energetically littering all over the place, right? Like, I don't know, property taxes, and it's crazy. Yeah, having a house comes with like having a mortgage and property tax and yeah, upkeep. So somebody could be in that space having all those things and look at somebody who doesn't and feel, you know, envy. Like, oh, I wish I didn't have to worry about all this. I wish I didn't have to maintain a certain level of income in order to maintain this illusion that I got going on here. Because that's what it is, right? It's just bigger and brighter, flashier distractions, facades. Fancy wrapping paper. that's probably not biodegradable. Okay, that's too many. Okay, we just want one. Was that it? One. The cobra. Okay, cobra. Fire. Looks like fire. Fire. Cobra. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. Guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When in balance, student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, knows it all, egocentric. And to bring into balance, taking a class and study. Okay, so if you don't know a lot about the masculine and feminine within and balancing that, and even the emperor and the empress and their role, their journey, right? This divine union, both internally and externally. Read about it if you're interested. If you want to see how, why, where, when. Although when is always divine timing, and divine timing is exactly that, in divine timing. And it's about maintaining this receiving mode, not waiting. Waiting and receiving mode are very different. Waiting comes with an expectation and a tether to time, whereas being in receiving mode, there is a surrender and an allowing and an inner knowing that all time is now, and you can't rush anything. Things take as long as they take. Okay, we'll get a crystal card here. 23. Ooh, that's so pretty. Reminds me of fairies. Okay, we've got rebirth. Gorgeous confirmation of Berkana here. Berkana. Intent, transformation, and growth. The universal forces of love and creation are at work within your life. The thought, idea, or dream you have been nurturing is taking form and preparing to enter the world. The creation process generates many new life experiences and provides the opportunity for profound spiritual growth. The birth of a new creation can trigger an entire range of emotions, from exhilaration to uncertainty, and is often a time of challenge. Know that any discomfort you are currently feeling will be replaced by an overwhelming sense of joy as your intent manifests into form. This card can also be assigned to draw your attention to the children in your life and your own need for fun and play. Take the time for relaxation, laughter, and fun. Engage in activities that stimulate a sense of excitement and discovery. The happiness that comes with children and the birth of something new is filled with love, joy, and freedom. Honor your new creation and move forward with the highest loving intent. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And I don't know, my brain went somewhere and never came back. Okay, let's get a fairy card. See if any of the fairies, seems how I thought of fairies, it's probably like all these sparkles all around. It gave me like pixie dust vibes. Okay, the fairies like to give it to us real here. So let's ask nothing less of them. But the reals, confirmations, or other programs needing to be sought out and deleted. Okay, we've got 11, which is gorgeous. The Singer of Transfiguration. 11, 11, 11 is the card of love. Yeah, we do have, because this one here has the 11 in between the two cups. Can you see it? Okay. Transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis. Jackpot! Okay, we love that at the start of a reading. This card in a reading signifies the joy of success after a time of struggle. A new way of life has been accepted and is being integrated. Yes. A sense of inner peace is growing. The struggle has been worth it. This is a time of consolidation and joy, and is both a reward for past achievements and a time of preparation for the next climb up the path, which is beautiful. That's like at the beginning, the shedding of the old womb and the rebuilding of the new womb to hold the new birth, the new creation, the new thing. right? And that acknowledgement of process. But also beautiful, beautiful, beautiful joy. Yay! Okay, where are we at? Oh, we're doing good. Good on time here. Okay. Let's see what the kitties want to contribute with their fluffy wisdom. Can we get a side of fluffy wisdom? Please. Some fluffy wisdom. Wisdom from the fluffers. What do you got? Okay. 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 Those are all the ones that flipped. So I'm not going to read them all. We've got unconditional love, let go of judgments, and love everyone just as they are. Focus. How will you ever catch the mouse if you don't focus on it? Letting everything else fade into the background for a moment. Okay, consider your focus. What's this one? Paradox. Let the paradox open up our thinking and our perspective. Many things can be true at the same time. Balance. Yes. What shifts can you make to return to a graceful equilibrium? This was that ebb and flow and in and out and yin and yang balancing. Majesty, cultivate kindness and respect towards yourself so that your gifts may flourish and be shared freely with those around you. This is that overflowing gorgeousness. Curiosity, keep being curious, keep exploring new. This is how you continue to expand, is by embracing the concept that when you introduce new things, new ways of seeing, doing, looking, being, you are inviting in new energy, which shakes up everything. And this is how we keep expanding. Okay, so curiosity. Ooh, he's so cute. Solitude. Okay, this is that grounding, centering, recentering, back to self, back to your heart. Okay, purification. This is the releasing of the old things that may be bogging up your system, keeping yourself pure, mindful of what you are ingesting, consuming on all the levels, because they all have their effects. Vulnerability. Okay, this is about not being afraid to show your heart, share your heart. Connection. Our consciousness dances together, challenging, uplifting, teaching, learning, questioning, reassuring, inspiring, and loving. This is that stepping out with curiosity, engaging in the new, and making connections while you're there. Your brain, your synapses, everything. There's connections on all the levels that are very, very important, but also socially. And warrior. You are a warrior. Okay, at your core, this is your resilience, and this is the byproduct of it, this balanced, abundant, jackpot state of being in flow. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, I'm just going to throw down some of these affirmation wordy cards. And so, positivity, this is maintaining your light. Okay, this is the alchemy of whatever comes to you through the world, whatever comes to you from the world. You are actively and mindfully choosing to make it work for you or to let it go with love. Don't hold anything that keeps you negative. Stay in Z positive. Okay, there's some connection confirmation. So get out there and make the connections with integrity, maintain your integrity, and love, 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 love. Okay, there it is. There's the reading for today. I hope it is something for you, something that inspires you or supports you or does something for you in a way that is positive. Okay. With love. I appreciate you. I thank you. I hope that you move throughout your day feeling a little lighter and a little more inspired. Be creative in any way that comes to you. Write it out, allow it, explore it. You know, if you've never painted and you suddenly feel like you want to paint, check it out and allow yourself the grace to explore that without judgment. Okay? And let your inner child be free. Okay. Love you. Appreciate you. See you next time. Okay, bye.